Welcome to Real Tea with Shai Lev, the show that imitates Scott Adams' show Real Coffee with Scott Adams. I'm basically Scott Adams' younger cousin, so let's celebrate this very, very fun occasion for the first episode of Tea with Shai Lev, actually probably the third episode now, by raising our glass of favorite liquid, cup, container, glass, stein, chalice. What else does he say? Was it thermos? I like tea, and you could try anything you want, have anything you want in there. I'm drinking chamomile tea today with this wonderful mug awarded to me by my late grandmother. And let's raise the glass and say L'chaim. I'm in Israel. We say L'chaim over here. And sip some excellent. Oh no, we're gonna do a simultaneous sip. Excellent. And for anyone who doesn't know, I follow the show Coffee with Scott Adams. I've been following his show since 2015 when he started tweeting and blogging about Donald Trump and about how he's going to predict the election of Donald Trump. As you know, all the while nobody else believed it. And he predicted it through Persuasion. Oops, I hope you heard me well because I used the earphone with the one without the mic. So maybe now you can hear me better. So, Scott Adams, he blogged about Trump winning in 2015 when Trump started running and nobody believed in him. And the reason he said Trump was going to win is because of persuasion. Basically, Scott Adams is a trained hypnotist. And he saw in Trump technique that is Jedi Master mind tricks technique that he said, regardless of this guy's politics, this guy knows his persuasion. He knows his stuff. He is, he said he is weapons grade. And that is why he basically killed everybody in the field, while most people who are not trained in persuasion still don't get it until today. I mean, we're in 2019, January 24th, 2019. Most people think that he's going to be impeached and stuff. Well, that could happen, but basically he won because of skill, of no other reason, if you understand persuasion. And I myself, I love persuasion. I went to London to study from Richard Bandler. Richard Bandler, the inventor of neuro-linguistic programming, which is I guess a branch of persuasion. NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, today is used for therapy, and it's used by pickup artists to pick up girls, and it's used by salespeople to sell better, and it's used by speakers to improve their public speaking, and it's used by just generally anyone who wants to improve their life can learn NLP. And I'm just going to tell you that when I look at this, when I look you in the eyes, it looks like I look you in the eyes is when I'm looking at my camera. And when I look here, it's because I'm looking at my computer screen. And sometimes I'll be showing you my computer screen, because in this show, you're going to be experiencing my face and also my computer screen sometimes when I share concepts. You see, the difference between me and Scott Adams is that I'm a little bit younger, so I'm a little bit more techie, and so I wouldn't use a whiteboard to talk about concepts the way Scott Adams does. Maybe I would at some point. And I actually have in the past. I'm going to use my computer screen to show you stuff. So, what are we going to talk about today? Basically, today is sort of like an introductory podcast stream. I'm going to put my earphone on, and it looks like I'm an alien because I have wires kind of coming out of my ears. Maybe I'll take one off. No, not this one. And so, Scott Adams, he has these concepts of, in America today, and by the way, I'm Israeli, I live in Israel, but in America, you have two movies playing on one screen. One movie are the people who are okay with Trump. They're like, okay, well, he won. Yeah, he's got his quirks, but he basically has his head on straight, and he's playing all kinds of PR tricks on the media. Yes, but he's okay. He's fine. He beat ISIS. He's diffusing the situation with North Korea. He has his own angle on how to fix things. And then there's the other movie, mostly the Democrat movie, which is freaking out. They're thinking like this is the end of the world. They're thinking like this is a disaster. But in this show, I'm not going to talk that much about Trump, although I like him. In a sense, when I followed him at first, I was kind of scared and I was kind of like taken aback. Like, who is this guy? Is he mentally unfit? And then the more I read Scott Adams, the more I understood actually the method behind the madness. And so I like him. I like him that the fact that he's a businessman. But in this show, I will be talking a lot about persuasion. I'll be talking a lot about having your own voice heard on the internet. I'll be talking about financial freedom. And on Fridays, I call the show Financial Freedom Fridays. I even thought of a daily name for the show, like Wealthy Wednesdays and Marketing Mondays. So this show is basically for people, for internet entrepreneurs or people aspiring to be internet entrepreneurs, or for people who admire entrepreneurs and would like to be an entrepreneur. And I'll be sharing a lot of knowledge, information that I have filtered through myself, and then I can just like throw at you guys. Absolutely free, obviously. It's a free podcast. I also have my coaching practice, and anyone who's interested in working with me can go to growyourbusinessexponentially.com. growyourbusinessexponentially.com and sign up for a one-on-one session with me that is either free, or if you like it, you would be asked to write a review for me. And in this session, we're going to just unfold everything that you're doing and focus you and figure out your vision direction, and just make sure that a year from now you're exactly where you want to be a year from now. So that's my coaching thing. And I also have a startup. It's called CoinATM. The idea behind CoinATM is to bring Bitcoin to the masses. So today Bitcoin is used by this, crypto community, a small number of people, mostly techies. And my dream is for businesses to, why did it go blurry? Why did this? Okay. My dream is for businesses to accept Bitcoin and for people to pay with Bitcoin, so that, the money is not in exchanges where it causes these huge ups and downs and highs and lows, but rather people actually use it and buy and sell with it. And this way we're going to get a world where fiat currencies are not as influential. So in CoinATM you can get actually a Bitcoin subscription. A Bitcoin subscription is the way I invest in Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin, small amounts of Bitcoin on a recurring basis. That means that whether Bitcoin is high or low right now, it doesn't matter, because over the long run I believe it's going to be really valuable because of the 21 million coins thing. And over the long run, the more people use it, the more you have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that the more people use Bitcoin over the long run, the more blockchain transactions per second there are, and on the blockchain, probably the more valuable the coin will be, and probably less volatile, although there's no way to know. Anyway, so those are my two project, and I have a third project. I have a project with, I'm working, collaborating, syndicating with Love with Liska. Liska is this amazing dating coach for men. She used to work at I think she used to work at a strip club, not as a stripper, as a waitress. But she sort of analyzed the psyche of men, and all, I'm a guy, so my kind of problems, men's kind of problems. And she now creates retreats for guys to work on their game, work on their life, work on their basically just up our game. And so I'm collaborating with her, and I'm coming to her retreats to work with the participants there to, just improve our lives and improve men. I mean, we have a particular types of, challenges, and so whether it is, finding the right woman or whatever it is, a lot of things. So I'm collaborating with her on this project. And enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think about me? Anyway, yeah, I have talked enough about me, and I'd like to probably finish soon because probably for a first episode, this is going to be enough. Just a little introduction of who I am and what I am. What I want to say to Scott Adams, and I'm following Scott Adams' show, and so Scott Adams talks about how we're living in a simulation. And Scott Adams, I want to send you a little message. Scott Adams, we are not living in a simulation. What you just witnessed is not the result of a simulation. It's just me making fun of you thinking or claiming or actually making us aware of the fact that we're living in a emulation. And those are not simulation glitches. That's just me being, making fun of it. Do not think that those are simulation glitches. The simulation would not want you to know that those are simulation glitches. Alright, so we're not living in a simulation. This is resolved. It's a fact. End of story. There's no way you can prove or disprove us living in a simulation. So let's just stop talking about the fact that we're all living in a simulation. Because if we create a new simulation, what are those people in the simulation going to think? That they're living in a simulation? Come on. We don't live in a simulation. And Donald Trump is not president of the United States. You're just imagining all kinds of weird stuff, okay? Okay. Yeah, I know, brain F, yes. I like to do these kinds of things, and that's the point. I love Scott Adams' message to the world. He says, if you think that what you think is the reality, think again. And if you're going to study cognitive bias, then you're going to think that you're not cognitively biased. You're just going to think other people are cognitively biased, which is funny. Because I'm teaching you cognitive bias, which makes me not think that I'm cognitively biased. Only that you're cognitively biased. Okay, get it? So only you guys are cognitively biased. I'm not cognitively biased because, hey, I'm the S. Anyway, this has been Real Tea with Shai Lev, or Shai Lev, as they like to call me here in Israel. Join me for another L'chaim. Simultaneous sip. I cannot take that away from Scott Adams, the inventor of the simultaneous sip, and Dilbert. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.